Hi, GenderBlenders. Welcome to week 66. And this week's question is, when someone makes comments regarding issues that are close to your personal issues, but they're not noticeable, how does that make you feel? Well, very interesting. And this week, I'm about as casual as it gets here. I'm in my nightgown. And there's a method to my madness, actually. Well, not that there's necessarily always a method to my madness. I'm mad at any time, but that's the way it goes. Mad as in Mad Hatter. Anyway, general comments. We're asking people to be open-minded. We, us, our little group, our community, are asking people to be open-minded. Probably more than they're comfortable with. Probably more than a lot of people are comfortable with. Because we are pushing the limits of society. And we're doing it purposely. I would ask in turn that we be open to their views as well. So we make allowances for that. And somehow that fits in with today's question. Because, there's classes of comments. From the sublime to the ridiculous. There's people who don't know when they make a comment that it's going to affect us at all. And we don't care about the particular comment that they've made. There's people that don't know, and we do care, but we keep quiet. There's situations where they don't know, and we do care, but we have to make some comment back. There's a class where the person making the comment knows it's a sensitive subject, and perhaps they know that they care for us, and they know they've made a sensitive comment. They know that it may affect us. Then there's that class that they know it's a sensitive subject, and they don't care about what we think. And then there's the class of comments that are made specifically to evoke a negative response. So there's all of those things that we have to contend with on a day-to-day basis in many, many contexts. In our work environment, in our home environment, in just walking down the street, in casual conversations, everything. Talking to friends, either over the phone, personally, all different kinds of things that can happen. So let's back up to those comments that they don't know that they've made a sensitive comment. The person doesn't know that they made a sensitive comment. And we don't particularly care about that. Maybe we even agree with that comment. Of course, in that case, there's no issue. So that's a null set class of problems, because there's no real feelings involved. Then there's those that I mentioned that don't know that they've made a sensitive comment. And we do care about that comment, but we keep quiet. How does that make us feel? Well, in some cases, I think it really hurts our feelings, of course. It could be that we care about the person who's making that comment and consequently allow it or don't say something because we don't want to disturb them as well. And that could happen. But that rapidly grows into the class that the person that's making the comment doesn't know that they've made a sensitive comment. We do care about it. And we do make some kind of comment back. Well, of course, as soon as we do that, we've identified that we are sensitive to this subject. Now they know. And that's okay. We can make a comment back. It can be a positive comment. It can be a negative comment. It can identify that there are those who feel very differently about this issue, and the issue is not necessarily as simple-minded as a lot of people would like it to be. Us, our community, we're clearly not simple-minded, but a lot of people would like to think that way. A lot of people would like to think, oh, it's a choice, they don't have to do that. Nonsense. We know better. But they marginalize it and throw it away as if it were a very trivial affair. We know better, and we care in some cases. But if you notice, many of the times that what we're doing here are positive comments. And that starts to aid society in understanding that, hey, we are a class of people that deserve some level of respect. As much respect as anyone else. But it's only those positive comments that do it. Negative comments don't get us anywhere, because they put people on defensive. And it doesn't help. All you've done is hurt their feelings. Maybe that's what you intended to do, but that's all you've done. Then there's that class that we know it's a sensitive subject, but they do care about us, and maybe they're making the comment to find out what our viewpoints are. Now we can do the old ignore it and just go about our own thing by just not saying anything back. Or we can discuss it with the person. That lets them know what our views on the matter are. Maybe that's what they were looking for. Maybe they weren't, but maybe they were. But if they do care about us, they'll at least allow us to give our viewpoints about us, about the topic. Then there's that class that know it's a sensitive subject and don't care. That's the negative-minded group out there. Well, they're a dying breed, which is fortunate. Now that was a nasty comment in and of itself, wasn't it? But you see why I made that comment. But then there is that class of people who purposely make a comment to evoke a negative response. And we all run into that. You know, before I identified myself as a transgender, I never knew how to handle that. How do you handle those folks who purposely elicit a negative response to you? And that's the people that hide behind anonymity of internet. And they'll make some wise-ass comment, nasty comment. I'm sure it's happened to everyone here. I know it's happened to me. That's why I'm in my nightgown, as a matter of fact. I pretty well pass off as a woman these days, okay? I just recently got a comment from some person saying, you look like an old man and your dentures are going to fall out, and go get a wig because you have balding hair and things like that. So, of course, as a woman, I know how to deal with that. As a man, I never could. So that's very, very interesting. And that's a very big change. So those are some comments on today's topic. I hope that's been helpful. Until next week, this is Steffi saying bye-bye.